Good afternoon. It's really, as I was already introduced, so my name is Inga, and I am People and Culture Manager for Manufacturing at Klaipėda Factory. So really, it's a great pleasure to be here on the stage today and to go through the steps which we learned. Also, how fostering the talents has evolved during the different stages of factory development, and also to look what is in the near future waiting for us. I'll just take this one. So, Philip Morris Lithuania is part of Klaipėda city, of Klaipėda region. It's also a part of business, history, and economy. This year, we are celebrating 30 years in Lithuania. And actually, when Philip Morris International has started its operation in 1993 in Klaipėda, it was the first foreign investor in Lithuania, in the country, after the restoration of the independence. In 30 years, our factory has grown more than tenfold. In terms of production efficiency and output, Klaipėda factory is the second factory in Philip Morris in Europe, and actually among one of top 5s in the world. And actually, this everything has been achieved only by constant investment in development, both people and culture, also in modern technology and sustainability. And as a result, today we have a high-tech factory with over 1,000 employees working directly and indirectly in the factory and supply chain to ensure the production and deliveries. The deliveries which from Klaipėda go to all over the world. For Klaipėda region, production and export is very important. So we are really proud to contribute with a 17.5% share of Klaipėda County export. In total, 98% of our production is being exported to 33 different markets. And actually, looking at this picture, if I try to build the map of our talent, actually it would look quite similar, because our talents are split all over the world, and the export of those talents reaches somewhere from Canada to Philippines, which means that there's no limit for our talents. The history of Lithuania has shown that the foreign investors made a huge impact in our businesses, society, and what we consider norms now. In 1999, the Philip Morris co-founded the Investors Forum, where the goal was to create the favorable environment for investments. Back to 1997, one of the largest greenfield investments in Lithuania at that time was completed by opening a new factory in the outskirts of the city. And in early 2000s, the Klaipėda Free Economy Zone was established, and its companies started to settle down nearby. As our factory was relocated from the city in 2002, the old factory premises were handed over to Klaipėda city. At that time for 1 liter, which equals to something around 30 euro cents now. So later on in that place, Culture Factory was created. And today we all gather and having this conference in the old factory premises. So looking at the view and what we see around, we are really very happy how this place turned out. Fostering the talents was very important for all of us all during all this period of time. So today I would like to share with you few insights what we have learned during this journey. When Philip Morris International entered into Lithuania, it brought with them a few principles. And the first one was focus on employee from day one. Another one was employee centricity, which pays off. And really, the core of the business at that time was to take the care of the employees, that they could take care of the business. Stability in principles, creativity in tactics, and indeed, all these 30 years, the principles have not changed, but the tactics had to be changed in order to make those principles actual rather than declarative. So foreign investors have changed everything and brought new standards which we live on now. So what have we learned from those 30 years of philosophy? And here, in our experience, actually we see few stages or few phases which we went through. And at the very beginning, the performance standards and adherence to them was very important. When this new factory was opened, we entered into the second phase, where we needed to ensure that we take the best care of our employees and enable them to take care of the work. And now, after so many years, we feel that we entered into the third stage, where the self-confidence of our employees and the confidence in the employer already allows us to speak about the empowerment of our people to change the environment and to achieve more. But let's take a brief look at those stages separately. So the first thing, education on fairness, respect, and honesty played a critical part at that time. For example, when the company was newly acquired, immediately it was introduced a zero-tolerance policy for alcohol consumption and theft. And such offenders were immediately dismissed, regardless they were an ordinary employee or a manager. Now, of course, for us it's easier because we live in our daily work life. We have our code of conduct, which gives us guidelines and is applicable for everybody of us equally. We need to remember that the fairness is very important if we want our people to believe in rules. Another great change was brought by new communication culture. From the issuing orders from the above, it had to go down and to develop into mutual respect. When those people addressing them were called by their first names rather than the second names or job titles, I believe most of us remember those times. Now we are quite used to the feedback, giving and receiving feedback culture. But at that time, for those people, it was really something strange. And not everybody liked that. And it took ages or many years for them to understand and to start appreciating that giving and receiving feedback is a good tool for their improvement and growth. From the very beginning, when the operations were started, really Philip Morris started taking care of employees' well-being, emotional and physical. When people feel safe and good, they can concentrate on work, and that, of course, automatically means efficiency and quality, and that's the direct benefit for us. When we offered a supplementary pension plan for our people, the necessary legal framework was not there in the place because the practice was so new. So for more than 20 years, Philip Morris Factory is constantly working on employee health by providing various different wellness programs. And of course, during those years, it needs to be changed many times due to the changes of employee needs, of environment. So high company standards, culture, values, and constant care of employee well-being by providing this wide range of benefits made a fruit and borne a fruit for us. Now we can be proud of loyal people who started working in the company at the very beginning and are still with us. When people feel safe and secure at work, then we can start speaking about the next step, which is empowerment of our people to change the environment and to achieve more. In 2019, the Klaipėda factory became the first Philip Morris carbon neutral factory. Of course, this initiative came from the locals, and the people were instrumental here. Now, currently, the company is working on the International Alliance for Water Stewardship standard, which is acquired only by one company at the Baltics so far. So, day from day, we are encouraging our people to participate in various volunteering activities with the recognized charity or community organizations. We try to ensure that all of them had equal opportunities, regardless of age, sexual orientation, gender. For that, we are awarded as an equal salary certificate. Also, Wings of Equal Opportunity Award, which is just confirming the adherence of those principles. Because it's very important for us that the empowerment of our people directly contributed to the efficiency and productivity, where the goal for us is to empower our people, to enable our people with all required capabilities, all required tools, in order for them to empower and make them function as the self-sufficient teams. So if to summarize what I've just been telling, and looking in the near future, so what will be for us in there, really there's nothing more different from what I've been just discussing. We will still be speaking about the same things, about enabling, because enabling is and will remain as important as the market is becoming more and more competitive. And the practices we implemented some time ago already becoming the standards of the market. And we need to be looking for other opportunities, how to make this workplace attractive for those talents. The empowering is and will be on a rise because it's becoming more and more important for our people to make the impact. And of course, the last but not the least, Klaipėda is and will be of major importance for us as the home of our Philip Morris Lietuva. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.